In this video, I'm gonna go over some of the things you may be doing wrong and some of the things I know I did wrong when I first started out building muscle with calisthenics and weightlifting. First, the most obvious thing when it comes to building muscle or gaining weight in period is your diet, okay? So maybe you're not tracking your calories and maybe you're not eating enough. I know when I first started out, I literally did not know what a calorie was. I didn't know what protein macros, or I didn't know what protein, fats, carbs, all of that meant, or how much of each I should be getting in. You might want to download an app on your phone called MyFitnessPal, and this just makes things super simple. If you're just like an idiot like me who doesn't want to track everything on paper, or you know, can't do math in their head, MyFitnessPal is perfect for you. So go ahead and download MyFitnessPal. This tracks and logs every single thing you eat, from your breakfast, lunch, dinner. It tracks all your macros. It tracks everything for you. Another thing along with MyFitnessPal, you're gonna need a weight scale, okay? A lot of people actually measure ingredients using measuring cups and stuff, which I guess that's okay to start out with, but honestly, you need to get a weight scale because a weight scale is 100% more accurate than a measuring cup will be. Now, when it comes to diet, I was really not eating the right things. I didn't know how much protein I needed, which is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Yeah, you really want to be getting that protein in as well as hitting your calorie goals. So in order to gain weight, your body needs a caloric surplus. This means you need to be eating more than your body is burning off. I don't like dirty bulking, but that is something I did and got to like 18% body fat. I learned the hard way that you shouldn't do that because you're just gonna gain more fat than you would want to. So honestly, a good range to aim for is 300 to 500 calories over your maintenance level. How do you calculate your maintenance level? Well, if you download MyFitnessPal, it will actually show you that, but there's also a whole bunch of free online sources. You can just Google it. No real like 100% true accurate way to do it. Find like the range you're in, experiment with that, and if you're still not gaining weight, add even more food. You get used to like a trial and error thing. Protein is the thing that builds muscle. So the other thing when it comes to building muscle is training. Honestly, I didn't train too hard back in the day. I was really just getting into fitness, so I was new to training and I don't know how to build muscle or any of that, so any of the rep ranges you need and how long I should be resting between sets. So honestly, my advice when it comes to training is I think you shouldn't be leaving reps in reserve. Going to failure in some of your sets is actually necessary for muscle growth because you gotta break that muscle down to be built back bigger and stronger. Doing exercises to failure is just going to break down your muscle even further. It's just gonna help you, you know? It's just gonna help break down the muscle. That way your diet can help with building back the muscle bigger and stronger. When it comes to the rep ranges you should be doing, there's a very wide misconception that you should be doing a specific rep range. Like I believe it's like 8 to 15 reps for hypertrophy, or like 6 to 15, I can't exactly remember. And then it's like 3 to 6 reps for strength or something stupid like that. Honestly, there really isn't a rep range that's gonna build muscle. Although 8 to 15 has been shown to be effective, I think you can build muscle with any rep range as long as you're not going too insane with the reps. So if I'm doing like that hundreds of reps of an exercise and I'm still not really affected by it, you're not gonna be building a whole bunch of muscle there. When it comes to hypertrophy, what does hypertrophy mean? Hypertrophy means strength endurance. So you need to incorporate some sort of strength training and endurance training in that. So when it comes to calisthenics, like push-ups for me are really easy, okay? So I'm sure I could bang out a whole bunch of reps and still build muscle from it, but doing different variations such as pseudo planche push-ups or wall handstand push-ups is going to be better for me because I can actually break down the muscle more easily and put my muscles under more stress than I would if I was banging out regular push-ups. It's really just about bringing those muscles to failure and tearing them down. So you just gotta be able to feel that tension. And if you've ever felt that tension before, you know what I mean. But if you're a complete beginner, honestly, rep ranges shouldn't really matter too much because you're a complete beginner. You're gonna be making all sorts of gains anyways. In my opinion, 8 to 15 probably would be optimal. So 8 to 15 means choose an exercise you can do 8 to 15 reps. And that's just my recommendation. Train the way you want to train. If you want to be in the gym hours banging out reps, go ahead, be my guest. What could be more important than diet and exercise, right? I'm literally telling you guys the basics. Why am I telling you the basics? It is because the basics work, okay? The basics work if you stick to it, okay? So consistency is the final thing I'm gonna talk about. Being consistent with your workouts. This is something I've struggled with, and I still kind of struggle with it to this day, although I do work out most days. Say you get really motivated one week and you stick to your diet, you stick to your exercise, you're eating healthy, you're eating 300 to 500 calories above your maintenance, and you're working out hard, and you see the progress a little bit, and then you just get to that point where you're just out of motivation, right? You can't do it no more. You're kind of just bored. You kind of feel lazy. What's wrong with you? I'll slap you through this camera lens right now. Let me stop. But yeah, really consistency is key, okay? It's key to anything in life, especially fitness. So you can't just work out for a week and expect to see results, obviously. Some people think they can work out for a week and see results. What's wrong with you? Building muscle is a slow process, okay? So just be patient with yourself. I mean, look how many years I've been working out and look how much muscle I've gained. You know, I still don't look like Goku yet, but I'm getting there, guys. Trust me, I'll get there one day. You're going to lose motivation at some point. Let me make that very clear. You're not going to have motivation every single day. Some days you're just not gonna feel like working out. That is life, that is reality, okay? You gotta grind through it, okay? So I know like, literally society tells you this every single day. You gotta grind, you gotta grind. It's true, man, it's true. If you want something, you will work for it. You will set time for it. And what I recommend doing is creating a schedule for yourself. So just choose a workout split. For me, it's push-pull legs. Make a time for yourself to work out every single day. Another thing I highly recommend doing is meal prep. What is meal prep? You're prepping your meals ahead, like 5 days ahead. So say you just cook all your meals in one day. It's gonna take like an hour for you to cook all those meals, but you have it done for the whole entire week. That way you can just grab it out of the fridge. You got your healthy meal here, boom, got everything calculated out already, and you can just eat it, you know? So it's just a lot easier to stick to a diet. It's a lot easier to stick to your workout if you have a schedule, if you have a plan set ahead of time, you know what I mean? At the end of this video, but I just realized I missed out on the most important part. I know I said the last part was the most important part, but this is more important. What could possibly be more important than consistency? These two things kind of go hand in hand. It is something called progressive overloads, okay? You can't just be doing the same workouts over and over again and be expecting the same results. As you build muscle and get stronger, your body's going to adapt to the workouts you have been putting it through. So adding more weight, changing up the variations, and making your workout harder and more intense is going to be beneficial in building muscle. So it is as simple as that. Eating in a 500 to 300 calorie surplus and working out consistently, working out intensely, making sure you're going to failure on some sets, and also making sure you have proper rest and recovery is important as well. You can't just be working out super hard, not sleeping enough, or not resting and recovering enough. So just really listen to your body and make sure you're getting enough recovery in. That's another mistake some people may be making, is not getting enough recovery in, and therefore you can't build muscle, because you actually build muscle outside of your workout when you're recovering from your workout. So just make sure you're resting more, getting at least 8 hours of sleep for adults. If you're even younger than me, then getting even more sleep will be more beneficial for you. So just make sure you get enough sleep, make sure you recover enough, make sure you're eating in a caloric surplus, 300 to 500 calories surplus. Make sure you get your protein in, and track your calories, track your macros through MyFitnessPal or any other free app on the Google Play Store that tracks your calories.